Hello my dear children, welcome to the third session of this chapter, Power Sharing in Civics class 10. In this module, we are going to discuss about the forms of power sharing in modern democracies of the world. Hope you have understood the previous modules very well, right? Keep revising the things by writing in bullet points. It's going to be very helpful to you in future also, right? This topic is forms of power sharing in modern democracies of the world, right? When we study and analyze the different methods of power sharing in different democratic countries of the world, we come to know that all the different methods of power sharing can be categorized into four, right? So those four categories or methods of power sharing, which are very popular all over the world, we will study in this module. Pay attention. It's very easy to understand, right? You can, right? So first method of power sharing is power sharing among different organs of the government. So all of you know that any government has three organs, okay? And the three organs of government are legislature, executive and judiciary, right? Legislature for making laws, executive for implementing laws, and judiciary for deciding the disputes, right? Legislature in India is called Parliament or Sansad. It has three organs: the President, the Rajya Sabha, the Lok Sabha, right? Executive, it implements the law made by the legislature, right? In executive, the President of India is at the top, the Prime Minister and the Central Council of Ministers, right? This is executive. Then judiciary in India, at the apex of judiciary, it is the Supreme Court. Then the high courts. How many high courts? 24 high courts are there in India at present, right? So the high courts, and then the subordinate courts, right? So this is judiciary. Remember one thing, the powers and functions of legislature have clearly been defined in the Constitution. The powers and functions of the executive and judiciary have also been defined clearly in the Constitution, right? Each organ of the government controls the other organs, right? Each organ controls the other organs, right? Legislature controls executive. Executive controls judiciary to some extent, because appointment of judges made by whom? And the seniority of judges decided by whom? Executive only. And the laws are made by legislature. But the laws have been made in the right way or not? The laws have been implemented in the right way or not? Decided by judiciary. So each organ of the government controls the other two organs directly or indirectly, little or more. So this is a very good power sharing arrangement in different democratic countries of the world. Remember, this is a horizontal line. At national level, three organs. At a state level, three organs. At village panchayat level also, three organs. So you can say that the three organs power distribution is also called horizontal power sharing. So first category of power sharing, horizontal power sharing or power sharing among different organs of the government at every level of government. Hope this is clear. Good. Now the second point is, or second form of power sharing is power sharing among different levels of government. My dear children, here I would like to tell you one thing. You keep in mind the setup of government, the structure of government in India, right? There are two levels in the country called India. One is the national government. Some people call it central government. Some people call it union government also, right? And the second level of government is provincial governments. Some people call it state government also, right? So in our constitution, power and function of the union government and the different state governments have clearly been defined, right? And this power distribution was further strengthened in 1992 73rd Amendment by creating a third level of government, that is called local self-government. Local self-government in urban areas, popular as municipality or municipal corporation, is popular in rural areas as Panchayati Raj system, right? So earlier there were two levels of government, okay, and then there are three levels of government. This power distribution or division is in vertical line, right? So this is also famous as vertical power sharing, right? So vertical power sharing means what? In one sentence we can say power sharing among different levels of government: the national level government, the state level government, the district level government, like that. Hope this is also clear to you, clear to all. Okay, coming to the third point or third category of power sharing, that is power sharing among different social groups. Dear children, we have seen that in Belgium, right? Power sharing arrangement. Especially this arrangement, there were three communities: German community, Dutch community and French community. The three communities had three community governments also: German community government, Dutch community government and French community government. This is one factor. The second factor is, by the four amendments they made, right? By the four amendments they made, what did they do? They made a provision where in the national government the number of Dutch speaking ministers and French speaking ministers was equal. Like that in Brussels also, the Dutch and French speaking ministers were equal in number. This is here. The social groups, different social groups, they share power. This is power sharing among different social groups. Now coming to India. In India also we see this, but in India we see this in a different way. Reservation of seats in Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and reservation of seats for women in the local self-government. You know, 33% seats are reserved for women in Panchayati Raj system, in rural area, and local self-government, municipality and municipal corporation in urban area, right? So this is there. Plus in our country there is reservation in jobs and educational opportunities also for SC, ST and OBC, right? So this is about power sharing among different social groups. Remember, This power sharing in different social groups has two very good objectives. The two objectives behind sharing power among different social groups: number one, to share power or to allow them to share power and participate with a very fair kind of power sharing, and to make them feel that they have not been deprived of opportunities in jobs, education and other fields, right? So this is about power sharing among different social groups. Hope all of you have understood. Now, coming to the fourth category of power sharing or fourth arrangement of power sharing, that is among political parties and pressure groups and movement groups, right? Dear children, here we have to take care of one thing. In our country, there is a provision that the single largest party having majority in the Lok Sabha, we are taking example of the central government, having majority in the Lok Sabha will be given opportunity to form the government. Suppose no single party gets majority in the Lok Sabha. Today, majority in the Lok Sabha means what? 272 seats alone. Suppose no party gets 272 seats, right? In that case, what is going to happen? Two or more than two political parties are going to form a group. That group is called what? Alliance. That group is going to be called alliance, right? If that alliance gets majority means what here? 272 seats. Gets 272 seats in the Lok Sabha of India. Definitely that political alliance is going to form the government. And that government will be called coalition government. That government will be called coalition government. Remember one thing more. At present in India, there are three alliances which are very, very popular. One is NDA. NDA is led by BJP. NDA, full form, all of you know? No? Okay. Full form is National Democratic Alliance. Led by BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party. Lotus is the election symbol. Second one is UPA, United Progressive Alliance, led by the Congress. And the third alliance popular in India is left. Left parties means what? All communist parties, red flags. This I have written here, red flags, so that you can identify that easily. CPI, Communist Party of India. CPM, Communist Party, Marxist. Okay, forward bloc. These all are left parties. Okay, so these are the different forms of power sharing. One more thing, children, here, and that is power sharing among different pressure groups and political parties. Pressure groups and political parties. Remember, pressure groups like Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, All India Trade Union Congress, and like that there are many, pressure groups. Okay, trade unions, student unions, women unions, merchant unions, these all are pressure groups. They influence decision making. How? They are made members in different government bodies, government committees, government associations, government organizations, and there they influence decisions. This is one thing. Second thing is that these interest and pressure groups, they influence the voters also, and the voters, they can change the government, right? So these are very important. Like that, these movement groups or movements are also important. You must be knowing about Narmada Bachao Andolan. You must be knowing about Anna Hazare. He started Lokpal movement, right? And from that Anna Hazare's Lokpal movement, that Aam Aadmi Party emerged, right? Though Anna Hazare did not support Aam Aadmi Party, but that Aam Aadmi Party led by Arvind Kejriwal ji emerged out of that movement, right? Earlier, when they were part of Anna Hazare movement, they influenced government decisions. Now they are in government themselves, right? But they are not movement group now. Now they are a political party registered with the Election Commission of India. Broom is their election symbol, and they are in power in Delhi. Arvind Kejriwal ji is the chief minister also, right? The same way, long back when I was a student in Assam, there was a student union, AGSP, right? That political party emerged, AGSP, Assam Gana Sangram Parishad, under the leadership of a student leader. His name, Praful Kumar Mahanto, Brigu Kufan. These were the student leaders, right? And they were member in student union. Gair Assami Assam Chodo, that was their movement. Assam is for Assamese only, that was their movement. And they got registered as a political party. Name of the party, AGSP, Assam Gana Sangram Parishad. Congress was in power in Assam at that time. They came to power. Can you imagine that student union, when got registered as a political party, they participated, right? They promised the people of Assam and they came to power. When they came to power, Prafulla Kumar Mahanta became the chief minister. He has a record, youngest chief minister. He was a student at that time. Most of the ministers in that government were students. So my dear children, power is shared among different political parties, right? As alliance or single party or coalition government. Then power is shared among different pressure groups, and power is shared among different movements also. So these are the four forms of power sharing, popular all over the world, okay? And these four categories or forms of power sharing are the best forms of power sharing. And with this, the chapter power sharing, first chapter in Civics class 10 comes to an end. And in the next module, you can say, I'll be discussing about the board model questions and how to write the answers to those questions also. Okay? I will not be leaving any stone unturned to make you sure you score better in your board exam. Thank you very much.